A record 230 migrants crossing the world's busiest shipping lane crammed into one 15-metre-long inflatable dinghy. French teams say it was buckling in the water and could have led to a tragedy. 30 people cut off by the tide when trying to board it had to be rescued. Nigel Farage says it shows the situation is completely out of control, even if the overall numbers have fallen significantly this year.
And are you being straight with the British public when you suggest that this is an issue that is getting worse?
I've always thought the boats would get bigger. I've always thought they would. And we were pretty shocked the other day. Do you remember 173? That was about 2 weeks ago, if I remember rightly. We were shocked at 173. Well, we're already up by another 25%. And yes, the overall numbers this year are down, but they're still horrendous. The idea that we should be celebrating the numbers are not as extreme as last year, I'm sorry, I believe that's for the birds.
The number of migrants per boat has increased dramatically in recent years, with an average of 72 per boat last month. But the overall number of people making the crossing this year up to the 9th of August, 15,242, is down 43% compared to the same point in 2025. On a visit to Dover earlier this month, new PM Andy Burnham promised to be relentless in reducing the numbers. The Home Office says a £660 million deal with France will put 40% more boots on the French beaches.
July has been the lowest number for 6 years of people crossing. So clearly progress is being made, but we're not complacent.
Experts say the bigger boats pose a higher risk. 173 people had to be rescued after a dinghy caught fire just last week.
The more we have these very large boats, the more people get packed into a boat, the more we see some of these longer journeys to the UK, the higher the risk of seeing another tragedy in the Channel is, and that's very worrying.
The tourism reform argue the boats won't stop until the UK leaves the European Convention on Human Rights. Nigel Farage is pledging to call in the Navy.
But Labour ministers believe their approach is beginning to pay off. Deals with France mean French officers have stronger powers to intervene on the beaches, and there's a controversial one-in, one-out pact as well. The decision to suspend the right for refugees to bring over their spouses and children could also be having an effect. But perhaps the biggest factor lies far beyond the UK's control. The number of migrants crossing into Europe as a whole has also fallen substantially this year.
If the fall in overall numbers proves lasting, it would be a political gift for the new PM. But for now, every new picture of these big, overladen, dangerous dinghies reminds voters that the boats still haven't stopped and the gangs certainly aren't smashed. Amanda Akas, Sky News, Westminster.